And we are now live. So whoever is going to be watching this now or later, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. For once we're actually streaming trails. I say for once, but really it's just my schedule being not exactly the most fun thing, but yeah. Let's begin the... Oh, come on, timer, please work. There we go. Timer started. Switch to the game. And here we are. There we go. I forgot to stretch before stream. Quick recap of what the hell is happening is basically last stream we started with basically another cliffhanger with the team being right in front of Jonas' room. How's his name pronounced again? I forgot. Then we basically got information about Yin. Ended up getting a location of the Starlight Tower, Stargazer Tower. And then we went there, encountered Noel, explored the tower with her, and fought Yin. Got confirmation that Yin is not the one who sent the letter to Ilya, and basically got a suggestion from Yin to to investigate the event itself. Guess I'm not getting his name pronunciation correction, but basically that's the plot. On the way we also handled this thing. Which was the monkey in the HQ losing his wedding ring in the entertainment district. And basically the conclusion was that he ended up giving his wedding ring to the hostess that he was with. The entire situation was just not a good look for him. Not that he had a good look to begin with, but... And now we're basically in... I believe in semi-disguise or something. Basically patrolling, because the 1st Division is handling the security, but we are still here to figure out our own thing. Namely, whoever is trying to do something by impersonating Yin. And that's why we're guarding the inside while the outside is being handled by Randy, Tio, and Zeit, I believe. According to Balsamo, nothing suspicious yet. I hope so too, but plot dictates otherwise. Doesn't seem like there's anything suspicious here. There's 2 spots to look through. Three spots, and I believe this is probably going to connect to the same thing. So let's look at the central area. In the main hall, everything seems okay.
それにしてもイリアさん、とんでもなくすごいな。
そうね。もう離れましょう。このまま見ていたら引き込まれてしまいそうだわ。
ああ、そうだな。
Okay.
S 席は異常なし。
S section seats are also fine.
ま、ダドリー捜査官がいるから、こっちの方は心配なさそうだな。
Dudley's handling those.
そうね。他を回ってみましょう。
Can I? Okay. Yeah, that's the same. And I guess this is the last area. Oh, this is where the mayor is. Peace section. Grandpa Mayor and... God, what was his name again? Let's see, let's scroll up. Bell, no. Ernest, there we go. I really forgot his name. Ernest are here.
制服警官しかいないけど大丈夫なのか
As well as one officer.
まあ、アーネストさんはおじいさまの護衛でもあるから何か起こった時も十分対処できると思うけど
それもそうか
Everything seems to be fine for now. Seems okay for now.
これは
第1幕が終わったみたいね
First act of the performance is over.
こうして日の一族が擁立する太陽の姫に対抗すべく
Thus, the Sun Prince is supported by the mighty tribe of Light Founders, opposed by another competitor. Did I mark the lore of this? Nope. Well, Sun Princess, Tribe of Light.
新たなる姫が名乗りを上げたのです
New Princess.
その姫の名は
Moon Princess.
月の姫
Okay.
ラの国の勢力を二分する夜の一族の擁立した舞手でした
Risha is really acrobatic. Then again, so is Ilya. I do wonder if they are using wires or something for some of the more extreme, like something like that. Or is the performance quartz powered somehow? Because using wires for acrobatics is, well, normal, but given that in the Zemuria we have access to quartz shenanigans and orbans, something like this may be possible using an adjusted or modified combat orband to increase your acrobatic ability or something.
第2幕が始まったか。
Or at the very least, that's my thought process on the matter. Second act starts. Risha is doing really well.
リーシャ頑張ってるみたいだな。
ええ、かなりの拍手だったわね。それじゃあまた一通り回ってみましょう。
Time to go around, check around again.
ああ。
From the inner. Huh. Someone was hiding food. Anything? The sound is hiking oddly, but, well... Oh god, the flat sprites. What is this angle?
異常なしと。それにしてもリーシャ本当にすごいな。
ええ、イリアさんとは違う方向性の舞ね。まさに銀の光をまとった月の姫って感じだわ。
Central hall, nothing. Ellie and Lloyd talk about how amazing Risha is. Agreed. Let's see. Dudley, you good?
大丈夫そうだな。しかしダドリー捜査官も大したものだよな。
S section, nothing. Lloyd talks about Dudley's focus.
あれだけのステージを前にして警戒が緩んでなさそうだし。
ええ、鋼の意志って感じね。
Referring to his will versus the play, the performance. Okay, I guess it's time to check on Grandpa Mayor. We good? Oh.
異常なしか。
VIP section. Nothing. officer seems to be distracted by the performance.
ちょっと警官の注意が散漫になっていそうだけど。
Speaking of,
まああのステージを見てたら無理ないかもしれないわね。
第2幕が終わったか。
second act over.
ええ、盛り上がってるみたいね。
エイドスの気まぐれか、それともいたずらによるものか。太陽の姫は月の姫が生き別れた実の妹であることを知る。
Of course.
しかし月の姫はそのことを知らず、氷のような敵対心を向けてくるのみ。
So one is aware of the situation, the other isn't. Oh boy.
思い悩んだ太陽の姫は白装束と面で正体を隠した上で森の廃墟に月の姫を呼び出す。そこはかつて幼き姉妹が仲睦まじく遊んだ秘密の場所であった。
第3幕折り返し地点か。
Third act has started.
しかしさっきからすごい反応だな。
ええ、それだけ今回のステージの完成度が高いんだと思う。このまま何事もなく終わってくれるといいんだけど。
ああ、犯人は捕まえられないけどそれに越したことはないよな。
Time. Once again, time to check around. Loud Corellia in the... What is this room? In the mirror room? Question mark. Ended up hearing... Says that she thought she heard a loud thud in the dressing room. Okay, let's check what's happening. Loud thud. Well, I don't see anything. Nothing seems to be out of order in the dressing room, however.
盛り上がってるな。
ええ、まさか2人が姉妹という設定だったなんて、この先どうなるのかしら。
Ellie, we have a job to do. Oh, Lloyd,
じ
you
ゃ
too.
なくて、
そうね、巡回に専念しないと。
Main hall clear. Lloyd and Ellie almost got too captivated by the performance. Even Dudley seems to have been captivated.
ダドリー捜査官もステージが気になるみたいだな。
S section clear, although Dudley's focus seems to have given in to the performance.
警戒は怠っていないみたいだけど。
According to Lloyd, he's still scanning the area for threats, even while distracted.
無理もないわ。アルカンシェルのステージを見て心が動かない人はいないでしょうし。
大丈夫そうだな。
VIP section, the officer is completely captivated.
警官はともかく、アーネストさんは周囲を警戒してそうな感じだし。
According to Lloyd, Ernest is paying attention, unlike the officer.
ええ、そうね。
第3幕終了か。
Third act over.
ええ、最終幕が始まるわ。
かつて幼き姉妹を離れ離れにした恐るべき陰謀劇。
Conspiracy.
その真相を知りながらも結局姉妹は相争うことになりました。なぜならば彼女たちは姫。
Fair.
舞こそが彼女たちのすべてであり、エイドスの意志を宿せる巫女姫はたった一人しかいなかったからです。
The feeling of duty, I guess, is what is not forcing them, but rather driving them to continue.
互いへの死母の念、そして同じ相手を好きになってしまった葛藤。
Ah, yes. Even more drama. The staple of falling in love with the same person.
それ以上に得難きライバルへの熱い共感と燃えるような対抗意識。
Well, as long as it stays a proper rivalry.
そのすべてを胸に秘めた二人の姫が今宵星の祭殿に降り立ちました。
Star Sanctuary, huh? If they remake this at some point into a 3D format, I wonder how this is going to look like. Like, this maneuver, I can't imagine it being done without wires, but at the same time it's so tangled that yeah, typical me analyzing the physics of the performance. Yeah, whatever.
どうやらプレ公演はなんとか乗り切れそうだな。
Lloyd, don't say that, you're going to jinx it.
ええ、回ってみたところ不審な人も見かけなかったし。
Final act started. Lloyd and Ellie seem to be relieved about the play ending incident free. Folks, this is how you jinx something. Especially in an environment like this.
ロイド様、エリー様。
Hmm? Speaking of, someone calls for Lloyd and Ellie. Oh no, that smells like trouble.
バルサモ支配人。
Balsamo seems to be distraught. Is that the word?
どうなさったんですか？
それが少々不審な動きをされているお客様がおりまして。
Hmm? According to him, one of the attendees has been behaving oddly.
しかも招待客リストの中にはいらっしゃらなかったのですが。
Apparently, she's not on the guest list. That's not ideal.
どこにいたんですか？
右奥にある階段の上です。
She's on the stairs, right in the back.
どうやら S 席の様子をこっそり伺っているらしく。
How the hell did we miss her? Peeking onto the S section seats.
わかりました。すぐに確認してきます。
支配人はこちらで待機していてください。
はい。
My question is, how did she get in? Whoever she is.
あの人は。
Ah,
たくん、どうしてダドリーがこんな場所にいるんだか。
it's Grace. It's Grace. Bruh. Why is it always the journalists? Actually, no. That is not a fair question because their job is to find a scoop. So it would make sense that you would find a journalist in a place like this, in a situation like this. Question is, why is she here? Why is she here?
せっかくのスクープを前にお預けもいいところだわ。
Seems like she is. her being here is related to her scoop.
かといってシャッターを切ったらあいつに気づかれそうだし。
グレイスさん。
あらら、ロイド君、エリーちゃんもこんなところで何しているのよ。
それはこちらのセリフです。
グレイスさん、どうしてここに招待されたわけではありませんよね。
あはは、実はちょっと訳があって。
Situation wise, this is not an excuse.
裏技使って入っちゃったのよ。
裏技？
内緒にしててね。清掃業者の人たちに紛れてこっそりとって感じ。
Apparently she sneaked in with the cleaning crew. Is that what the sound that Karelia heard in the dressing room was?
どうしてそんなことを？
だってうちに来た取材用のチケット他の記者に取られちゃったんだもん。
Oh, she sounds so. What's I'm not even sure how to describe how she sounded just now, but she sounds so genuinely annoyed.
プレ公演は絶対見たかったし、他のネタを追ってるところだったし、これは忍び込むしかないじゃない。
あのですね。
なんて人騒がせな。
ほら、それよりも一緒にここから舞台を見ない？せっかくのクライマックスだもん。見ないと一生後悔するわよ。
本公演で見ればいいでしょう。それよりも本当に理由はそれだけなんですか
？Guess she really wanted to see the play. Lloyd double checks. However,
まさか脅迫状を送ったのはグレイスさんとか言いませんよね。
脅迫状？
oh
何それ？
oh no. She seems to be unaware about the threat letter. Lloyd, I'm not sure if you should have mentioned that as explicitly as you did.
そういえば、いざ忍び込んだらダドリーとか一家の連中を見かけてびっくりしちゃったんだけど。
And now she's connecting the dots.
ひょっとしてそれ絡みとか
Oh boy. She instantly connected the dots with regarding Dudley's presence in here.
違うみたいね。
Shit.
そうだよな。いくらグレイスさんでもそこまではしないか。
いくら私でもってちょっと失礼なんじゃないの？
いや、現に忍び込んでまで取材をしてるわけですし。そういえば他のネタを追ってるところってさっき言ってましたよね。
Lloyd then remembers that she mentioned she was following another story.
どんなネタなんですか？
おっと、それは言えないわね。あ、もしかして一家が出張ってるのは彼を監視してるからとか？
Huh? She does not want to tell us about it, but she then mentions that she then thinks out loud about whether the first division being here is related to keeping tabs on him, whoever that is.
しまった。気づいているのは私だけと思ってたんだけど。
What? She thinks she's the she was the only one who picked up on it.
それって。
インのことですか？
いいん？何それ？
Ellie and Lloyd ask her if it's Yin. But Grace seems entirely unaware.
さっき言ってた脅迫状と何か関係がある言葉なわけ？
違うんですか？
グレイスさん、知ってることを話してください。でないとこのまま突き出しますよ。
ちょっとロイド君、そんな殺生な。
Lloyd adds urgency by basically saying that if you don't spill the beans, we're taking you in for trespassing. Fair. Situation is relatively urgent.
私と君たちの仲じゃない。
About that.
今は少しでも手がかりが欲しいんです。だから教えてください。
マジなのね。でもエリーちゃんの前でこんなこと話してもいいのかな。
Grace says that she's gonna share the details, but asks if Lloyd's sure that he wants to talk about this with Ellie here, with Ellie present. What does that suggest? Grandpa?
それはどういう？
Huh?
私がどうしたんですか？
まあいっか。気をしっかり持ってるね。私が追っていたネタは市長の第一秘書に関する黒い噂よ。
Ernest. It seems like her scoop involves a dark rumor regarding Ernest, the mayor's secretary. I see why she asked about Ellie now. Oh.
相当やばいわよ。市長に内緒で事務所の資金を勝手に流用してるらしいし、最近じゃ帝国派議員と密談して何か企んでるみたいなのよね。
Oh, that. According to Grace, he's dangerous. He's been embezzling funds from the mayor's office in secret, and scheming with the Imperial Diet members, faction Diet members. Well, that does not sound very good, does it?
まさか市長を亡き者にって。さす すがにそこまではしないか。
Grace, you don't Ellie's gonna run off right now. She also says that there is rumor that he's trying to off the mayor. Ellie's running off in 3, 2, 1. I guess leaving him with a single officer in the room, in the VIP room, with a single distracted officer in the VIP room while Ernest is supposedly pretty built and good at fencing, is probably not good.
ねえロイド、もしこの状況でおじい様が何者かに亡き者にされたら、
目撃者さえ作らなければ犯人は別のやつに偽装できる。
Oh no.
それが狙いか。
The circumstantial evidence is heavily against Ernest now. Time to confront him. I guess? Question mark?
ちょっと
We run through S section as a shortcut. Just during the climax of the performance,
No.
Yep, that confirms it. Dudley notices us. As we approach the VIP room, we see the officer lying outside, seemingly unconscious. That confirms it, basically.
貴賓席にいた警官。
貴様ら、一体ここで何をしている？
話は後です。エリー、飛び込むぞ。
Oh shit! We burst into the room just as Ernest is ready to stab Grandpa. God damn you! That's not a friendly look in your face.
させるか。
Good smash.
おじい様。
Lloyd smashes the combat knife blade thing out of his hands, but Ernest ends up basically taking Grandpa as hostage with a gun.
くそ、そんなものまで。
これは
まさか君たちがこんな場所に現れるとは。やれやれ、とんだエイドスの巡り合わせだな。
アーネストさん、一体どうして、あれほどおじい様を尊敬して支えてくれたあなたがどうして。
エリー、 君と同じだよ。私もいい加減この状況にはうんざりとしていたんだ。結局何かを変えるためにはより強いものに従うしかない。だからこそ私は行動したんだよ。
そのためにインの名を語り、イリアさんに脅迫状を送ってインが現れると思い込ませて市長の抹殺を図ったのか。
そういうことか。随分と舐めた真似をしてくれるじゃないか。
捜査一課といっても所詮は無能な警察官にしか過ぎん。ルバーチェもヘイユエも本物のインとやらも。
Yin does exist, and you should pray that Yin does not appear right now.
全員私の手のひらの上で踊っていたに過ぎんのだよ。
動くな。おとなしく銃を捨ててもらおう。今ならまだ未遂で済む。
それはこちらのセリフだ。自治州代表の一人でもあるこの老いぼれの命、お前たちの目の前で散らしてやってもいいんだぞ。
Do not.
実の祖父がくたばる瞬間をその孫娘に見せたくはあるまい。そちらの壁際まで移動して道を開けてもらおうか。
どうするつもりだ。この場を逃れたところであんたに逃げ場はないぞ。
うるさい。いいから言う通りにしろ。
Oh. Now he's oddly acting like... what's the word? Not logically.
いいだろう。それでは返してやる。
Really? What is his plan here?
待て。
Dudley also appears. We learn the full context. Ernest basically wants Croswell to align with the Imperial faction or something of that nature. Says something about bending to higher powers or whatever. Then he threatens us and Dudley with shooting Grandpa and tells us to get back and let him through. Questionable escalation. Then when we do, he gives up the hostage and runs. Lloyd asks him what the... Was it Lloyd? Yeah, it was Lloyd. What he's trying to do, since he's not gonna have a safe place in Crossbow. After this, then when we do, tells Lloyd to shut up. We do get back, gives up the hostage Grandpa and runs. he does not seem to be in a logic capable state. Because logically, why would you give away the only hostage that really gets you some leverage? He literally gave away all of his leverage and decided to run in like even map-wise. The closest escape route that he has from Archangel is to go through residential and go to the Mines mountain range. That is the closest place that he can go, and from there he doesn't exactly have a lot of places to go either, because that's a dead end in the long run if we go by the playable routes. If we ignore the playable routes, he might be able to cross through to the what was it? Tangram Gate, I think. It was either the Tangram Gate or the other gate, the one on the left side of Crossbow. If he can get himself there, he might be able to escape to the Empire, but honestly, I don't think he's thinking about right now. I don't think he's thinking about that right now. Huh. Throws Grandpa to Lloyd. Lloyd and Dudley follow. Chase after him. Okay, he is pretty fast. Like really fast.
なんだあの異常な速さは。
Ellie is holding her grandpa. And stays behind in the room. Ernest runs away very quickly. Dudley is questioning how he's so fast.
ランディ、ティオ、そっちに師匠の秘書が行く。
Meanwhile, Lloyd calls Randy and Theo and informs them about Ernest getting there.
真犯人だ。足止めしてくれ。
Tells them to take him down.
よくわかりませんが、了解です。それ。
甘いっての。
Nice.
なんだってんだ。
Outdoors, Randy and Theo stop Ernest.
どうやら一連の事件の真犯人みたいですけど。
ランディ、ティオ。よかった。捕まえてくれたか。
ああ、拳銃を持ってたから思わず気絶させちまったぜ。
ああ、それでいいよ。
それで
どうしてロイドさんが一家のメガネスーツさんと
Tio, what the hell is that nickname?
誰がメガネスーツだ。お前たち、これは一体どういうことだ。バックアップまで用意して一体何をしていた。
それは
Really? Dudley and Lloyd catch up. Theo calls Dudley a nickname that he does not like. Mr. Glasses wearing dick. Not sure Theo should speak like that, but sure. Dudley starts interrogating us about why we are so ready. Lloyd is about to answer, but Ernest suddenly gets up and runs away. Wasn't he knocked out?
まだ動けたのか。
こんなところで終わるものか。
You
私は次期市長になるんだ。
He seems manic.
ハルトマン議長の後ろ盾があればきっと次の市長選を。
Hi, Zaid. He seems a bit manic and not in his right mind as he runs, thinking of his new plans. Zaid stops him. Thanks, Zaid.
サイト。
例の狼か。
お手柄ですね。
やれやれ、美味しいところ独り占めかよ。
うん、独り占めは私よ。
Grace?
いつの間に。
And then the Lloyd and the gang catch up. Then Grace catches up and starts taking pics of the situation. Guess this is her new scoop.
油断も隙もないです。
お前たち、いい加減にしてもらおうか。
話せ。私は絶対に。
Just stop.
絶対に次期市長になるんだ。
No, you won't. Not at this point. Meanwhile, good performance.
すごい。
大したもの
Meanwhile, the performance in Archangel ends, and while Ellie and Grandpa Mayor watch.
おじい様。よかった。気づかれたんですね。
だ。ああ、大したことはない。大変なことが起こったが、今はこのまま舞台を見届けよう。
Grandpa is damn powerful.
それがアルカンシェルの職に対する私なりの礼儀だからね。
おじい様。
Based.
もったいないお言葉です。
Based Grandpa decided to watch the performance to the end, even in this situation. Extra crossbow times issue. Glamorous stage and the intrigue behind it. A preview of Golden Silver Moon, the anticipated new stage show from Archangel, has had its preview performance. Ilya Platier captivated the audience from the moment the curtain rose with breathtaking acrobatics. Act 2 followed with the appearance of a hopeful new face, Risha Mao, who stunned the audience with her mystique and expressive dancing. Together with the atmosphere that Ilya illuminated the stage with, the audience was delighted. I felt like I was witnessing the rebirth of Archangel. The official opening will surely be something to look forward to. The mayoral assassin's dagger. While the drama was unfolding on stage, a more real one unfolded behind the scenes as the police discovered and foiled the attempted assassination of Mayor Henry McDowell in the balcony during the preview performance. An official statement has been issued regarding the incident. The official word is that the suspect, Mr. Ernest Reyes, 29, McDowell's top aide, arrived with the mayor to watch the performance. He smuggled a gun and dagger past security officials, then attempted to use them to assassinate the mayor. What motivations did he have? Mr. Rice served as the mayor's top aide for many years and was known for his honest personality. Why did he commit this crime? In gathering evidence, we discovered that he also illegally misappropriated mayoral funds and had connections with specific representatives. Additional evidence suggests he planned to run for the next mayoral election, and it is speculated he committed the crime to try to obtain the political position himself. However, the police have taken over the investigation, and so the true motives will likely remain confidential. Behind the suspect's arrest, Crossbow police became aware of the assassination plot in advance, subsequently deploying a security team inside the theater. The team was fooled by the suspect's clever diversion. However, the newly commissioned Special Support Section, conducting their own independent investigation, were able to thwart Rice's plot and save the mayor. A detective from the First Investigative Division said, "No comment. I cannot divulge more than what has been publicly disclosed." Mayoral vacation. Following the incident, Mayor McDowell has decided to take a vacation. Even though he wasn't severely injured, the stress on his mind and body was immense, so he made this decision in consideration of his old age, stated a city public relations officer. Though the mayor's safety is indeed good news, it is so far unclear how long this break will last. The anniversary festival is approaching, and all of us at the newspaper pray for his quick return to duty.
いやはや、すげえ事件になったな。
Basically recapped the events of the preview performance, including the attempted assassination. Seems like the SSS is actually getting some proper credit this time.
今頃市民の大半が大騒ぎしてるんじゃねえか。
まあアルカンシェルの新作のお披露目中に市長の暗殺未遂ですから、スキャンダル、ここに極まれりといった感じですね。
True.
市長に同情的な意見が多いのは不幸中の幸いだったけど、でも結局アーネストと関係していた帝国派議員の名前は上がってないか。
Well, Hartman has too much power, I guess.
まあ規制されてんだろう。それにさすがにあの暗殺未遂は秘書野郎の暴走なんじゃねえのか。
なあ、多分ね。
Thinking of his new plans and talking about Hartman helping him in some way. About Hartman being on his side. SSS office lobby seems sometime after the event. Lloyd, Ciel, Randy, and Zeit are present. The trio is talking about the events that happened. Randy says that he doesn't feel like the Imperial faction was involved at all. He thinks it was just Ernest going rogue.
帝国派にとって市長を暗殺するメリットなんてそれほどないはずだし、ただ暗殺者を陰に仕立ててヘイユへと関係のある共和国派への攻撃材料にする可能性はあるか。
なるほどね。
でもあの秘書の人、なんだか様子がおかしかったです。
Well, it mentions that it could have affected the Republican faction and the balance and the political balance if the act was successful, since it would have been pinned onto Yin and by extension Heiyue, who are in contact with Republican faction with D. Tio mentions that he was acting strange towards the end.
正気を失っているというか、歯止めが効かなくなってるというか。
Like he lost control or sanity.
ああ、それは思った。
Lloyd also noticed it. I mean, it does make sense, like, as I was saying during the entire hostage thing, he had a valuable hostage on him, and he willingly decided to abandon the leverage that would have potentially allowed him to escape as far as he needed for a quicker escape. He was not thinking straight. Like, ignoring all of the like moral shenanigans, he basically had a very, very valuable meat shield, and he decided to abandon that for God knows what reason. No offense to the Grand Pamir by calling him a meat shield, but in that situation, that is what that was. He clearly was not saying.
一家が取り調べをしてるらしいけど、結局どうなったんだろう。
According to Lloyd, the first division is handling the interrogation process.
どうやら錯乱しちまって話せる状態じゃないらしいな。
He wonders if they found out anything, but then Sergei speaks, saying that apparently Ernest is in a state of shock and he can't even speak properly. That does not sound like normal behavior. Sounds like side effects of something. Like if he wasn't a side effects of something, that would also explain the quick speed that he had, like abnormally quick speed.
取り調べができる精神状態じゃないってか。
ああ、拉致が開かないんで一旦公使送りにするそうだ。教会のカウンセラーかウルスラ病院の助けを借りるつもりらしいぜ。
そうですか。
しかしお前らもとんだ大金星じゃねえか。今日本部に行ったらあの狐が猫なで声を出してお前らのことを褒めてきたぜ。
Ah, according to apparently they couldn't interrogate him, so they chucked him into prison? Question mark. Sergei also mentions that apparently the monkey in the HQ was praising us.
想像しにくい光景ですね。
Yeah.
つうか嬉しくもなんともない情報だな。
狐だけじゃなくて警察全体の話でもあるがな。
Oh, now that's better.
まあ一家は複雑だろうが、これでお前らを見る目が少し変わるのは確かだろう。
Fair.
素直に喜べよ。
そうですね。
でも素直には喜べませんね。
ああ、お嬢のことを考えるとな。
Also true.
そんな。
Meanwhile, Ellie in her house.
明日から復帰するなんてそんなの早すぎます。
Seems like Grandpa is planning to return to work tomorrow. Work. Man is dutiful. Man is either dutiful or a workaholic, or both.
何、たかが打撲と捻挫くらいだ。5日も休んでしまって、むしろ英気が養えたくらいだよ。
We get a confirmation of time since the attempted assassination. 5 days have passed.
冗談言わないでください。あれほどのことがあって第一秘書がいなくなって、今はゆっくりとお休みになるべきです。
創立記念祭も近い。仕事は山のようにあるからね。この程度のことで市長としての役割を放棄できんさ。
この程度のことって、おじい様は辛く悔しくないんですか？あれだけ目をかけていたアーネストさんに裏切られて、それなのにどうして。
今回のことがショックでなかったといえば嘘になる。聞けばずいぶん前から事務所の資金を使い込んでいたようだ。それで精神的に追い詰められ暴走してしまったのかもしれない。その意味では気づいてやれなかった私の責任でもあると思っている。
おじい様。
だが私は政治家だ。この身をクロスベル自治州の今と未来のために捧げると誓った。いかなることがあろうと職務を全うする以外の選択はない。
Grandpa's very dutiful.
そう自分に課しているのだよ。すまないエリー。10年前も私はライアン君を、お前の父さんを引き止めてやれなかった。そして娘もお前の母さんも去るがままにしてしまった。そして相変わらず無力だが必要ではあるクロスベル市長を続けている。さぞ恨んでいることだろう。
そんな。おじい様は私の誇りです。お父様やお母様とはたまに連絡はしていますし、悲しかったけどきちんと乗り越えています。
エリ
ー。もともと私が警察に入ったのは別の形でおじい様の手伝いがしたかったからです。それがクロスベルのためにもなると信じていたから。でもこんなことになってアーネストさんがいなくなって、私やっぱり警察を辞めておじい様の手伝いを。
He is going to decline.
バカなことを言っちゃいかん。
Yep.
おじい様。
This man is very stubborn.
もしお前が選んだ道を悔やんでいるのならすぐにでも戻ってくるべきだ。
Also true.
だがそうではないのだろう。
Ellie's almost willing to quit the force to help Grandpa, but he's strongly against it.
なのに道を変えるというのは多くの者に対して失礼だ。同僚にも私にも何よりお前自身にも。私のことは心配はいらない。秘書は一人ではないし、いざとなればヘルマーだって助けてくれるだろう。次の市長選を機に引退することは少し難しくなってしまったが、何、もう5年楽隠居が遠のくだけのことだ。だからお前は選んだ道を全うしてみなさい。少なくともお前自身が納得できるまで。それが私にとっては何よりの励みになるのだから。
He encourages her to continue with the SSS stuff.
おじい様。
Aww.
そもそも今回の事件も
Also true.
お前
Also
たち
true.
の働きがなかったら私は生きてはいなかったはずだ。
Also true. Very much true.
誇りなさい。自分たちの働きと成長を。そして一層輝けるよう自分を磨いていくといいだろう。アルカンシェルの今回の新作のようにね。
はい、おじい様。エリー・マクダエル、明日をもって職場復帰し、より一層職務に励みます。
Hell yeah. Hey, you?
いやはや助かりましたよ。
Meanwhile, at Heiwe building.
あのままことが運ばれていたらどうなっていたことか。危うく市長暗殺の容疑をこちらにかけられるところでした。
共和国派の議員どもとつながりを持ったりするからだ。私の名をあの秘書にささやいたのはハルトマンという帝国派の議長。
Sound inners speaking. It assumes that Hartman was the one who gave his name to Ernest.
おそらくルバーチェの会長あたりから聞いたのだろう。
And Hartman himself learned it through the Revash's Don Macaroni.
ええ、そうでしょうね。
Sao agrees.
秘書が暗殺まで企てるとは思っていなかったでしょうが、それでも私たちを通じて共和国派にダメージを与えるのが目的だったに違いありません。
つくづく因果な町だ。それはともかく私たちなど一緒にするな。こちらはいい迷惑だ。
やれやれ、釣れないですね。
Yin does not want to associate with Heiwe explicitly.
まあ、議員とのつながりなどその気になればいつでも切れます。お伝えしている通り、こちらの構成は記念祭以降。
Tom says that Heiwe's counter-offensive is launching after the festival.
最終日の仕掛けはよろしく頼みますよ。
インドの
And there's going to be an operation that takes place during the final day, and that's in the hands of Yin.
いいだろう。さて、時間だ。行くぞ。
It's time, huh?
相変わらず神出鬼没な方だ。しかし時間ですか。
Yin says that it's time and leaves. Sao catches that.
一体何の時間なのやら。
Seems like he might be figuring something out. Jump, jump, jump. Oh,
間に合った。
I see. And we get the reveal. Honestly, yeah. I can't say I'm surprised, because I'm not surprised. To begin with, I was aware of this. After all, I am replaying all of the games, excluding the latest one. But regardless. Grand reveal. Yin is actually Risha, which was suggested by quite a few scenes.
Hmm. 早いわね、リーシャ。
Oh. Ilya appears just as Risha is planning to enter the Archangel building.
イリアさん。何？そんなに午後の稽古が楽しみだったの？私もいい加減舞台バカではあるけれど、あんたも十分素質あるんじゃないかしら。
そんな。イリアさんの域まで達する自信なんてとても。
そんなこと言って、プレ公演じゃノリノリだったくせに。よかったわよ、あんたの演技。ようやく私のライバルの卵くらいにはなってくれたわね。
イリアさん。
Ilya seems to properly acknowledge Risha as a rival.
もしそうだとしたら、全部イリアさんのおかげです。受け継いだ道しか知らなかった私に光を示してくれたあなたの。それと今回は彼らにも感謝した方がいいかな。え？なんでもないです。今日の稽古は第3幕の完成度を上げていくんですよね。私頑張ってお付き合いします。
お、やる気満々じゃないの。私もマジで負けてられないわね。よーし、来月の本公演までに 今の100倍は良くしていくわよ。
According to Ilya, the opening night of the performance is next month.
ついてきなさい、リーシャ。はい。
Well, chapter end. Chapter 2 end.
はい、お疲れ様でした。ランクアップですね。おめでとうございます。
I could end stream here. Wait, did we even have a battle? Oh, wait, we did not even have a battle during this. Bruh. Huh. Interesting. Well. I guess the crowning important part of this session so far is the reveal of Yin being Risha, which let's see, Yin. I mean, to begin with, the first mention of Yin was from Risha to begin with, so that's interesting. Then Yin's existence was confirmed by Cao, and Cao also basically implied that Heiwa is currently employing Yin. Ilya's line of wanting to add Yin to the production now hits different with the reveal that Risha is Yin. Let's see. Yin putting through a test. I mean, from the assassin's perspective, a test would make sense to see if we are worthy of handling the impersonator. And from that perspective, since now we know that Risha is Yin, from that perspective, Risha appearing and giving us the request was essentially because she knew that the threat letter that was sent to Ilya was fake. Because she's Yin, so she knows that it was fake. Because she did not send it. Then the old mail is probably from her asking Yona for help and information, which, I mean, that would make sense. And then we also get some Risha related lore in some parts, like Ilya aggressively recruiting her into the troop, and her mentioning that apparently she only walked a path that was set for her prior to Crossbow, which is probably the assassin path. Basically, we've had a lot of clues suggesting that. In fact, the fact that does not sound correct, but regardless, the fact that Risha decided to, or rather not decided, but the fact that she had no issues living in the not even in the downtown district, but in the sweet Adis, what was the name of the area? Warehouse? No. Down. Is it downtown? I think it is downtown. The downtown district. Basically in the most dangerous area of the entirety of the Crossbow, and she decided to live there without any real issues or protests. Like, she's basically living in between of Testaments and Vipers, both of which are quite aggressive to each other, and there's fights often. And she was perfectly fine with it, so that's also a big suggestion, or at the very least implication. Regardless, I think I'll end stream here, which is going to be a short stream, but yeah. Basically, we're going to be starting from a fresh chapter beginning next stream, and ideally the pacing should be somewhat back to normal. That being about 1 to 3 streams per chapter, depending on how quickly I deal with things. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be streaming. Tomorrow I will be streaming Lucid Blocks, which I will elaborate a bit more on how I found the game on the stream itself, but it was basically the same thing as with the Level Devil, as I mentioned. And then I think I might schedule a stream that is not going to be a speedrun stream, but rather a proper playthrough of Gun Girl 2. Namely because I actually saw a comment on the speedrun stream that I did, and failed because the final boss is annoying, to say the least. And maybe we're actually going to beat the game. I mean, the good soundtrack is a bonus. And then I also have a game that I want to test out, but I'm not sure if I'm going to end up testing it out on stream. And that's about it. The next Trails stream is probably going to be after Lucid Blocks, potentially. I'm gonna see how quick I can schedule that. But yeah, whoever is going to be watching this now or later, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next stream. Adios.